This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So San Diego State's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the...
Lots of room to run. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The offense has found some room on this drive, but the defense trying to stand tall on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finished it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
7, Hawaii, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Davis looking to pass. He's going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Buying some time. The short hands, it's Washington. At the 45 on its way. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Aztecs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Boston. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 40. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Warrior. And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? He drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Emmanuel. It's complete on the right side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone.
He's loose. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Aztecs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Davis will throw. Punch it out of the air. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Finds his man in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. First play of the period, first down here. Scanning the field, it's Emmanuel. Zings it complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Aztecs are in a mess here on third and a mile. They'll send the tight end in motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Running to Green. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Looking to scramble. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Might be changing the route. And the Aztecs can really attack on this second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Leaves it with the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Backed up now. Here's second and long. To the air. It's Emmanuel. He's got his man. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Aztecs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Aztecs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a 1st and goal.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up football.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The Rainbow Warriors backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Davis looking to pass. A little screen to the running back. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Punt is in the air. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they
looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes.
He'll take the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect 1st half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Aztecs will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half with a run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Davis will throw. Right on the money.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Rainbow Warriors really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snags it over the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii! And that one will give them the lead.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making checks. Creates a little room. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. 4th down is coming. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going forward in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's...
He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab down the middle.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The pitch to the left. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Aztecs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Emmanuel. Fires into the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And the Rainbow Warriors are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bring in the heat. And down he goes back at the 3.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. A first down run in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Past the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hawaii. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football? Taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back. More running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Aztecs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Gonna let it fly. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Starting to feel a little pressure. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the catch. Wide open spaces. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Runs through the tackle. There he goes. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Finds a little space. It's a seam wide open. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Guys, guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll go with a direct snap. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a first and goal. Davis looking to pass. Big guy smells it. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but he's taking the shot. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And the Aztecs in the hurry-up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build up.
Turning on the Jets. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
So they come to the line and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Using his feet to buy time. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Davis will throw. Got his man in the middle. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Shoots it to the left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly...
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here's a heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Davis looking to pass. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been for the most part.
He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Warriors! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him.
Nowhere to go in the... That's going to be a safety, and the offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. The give as they work on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 3rd and long. Davis will throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? Fourth quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming. And they do a nice job in the back end, making sure that falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed.
Sent it downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. You know, there's no